Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today I'm going to be going over pretty much everything you will need to know about crab pots in Stardew Valley. Two really nice things about these is that they can give the quickest level 10 in Stardew Valley for the fishing skill, quicker than any other skill, assuming not using any glitches if you have the starting cash to be able to do it. It is also a very easy method to be able to get up your fishing if you don't like the normal means of fishing. And finally, it has the best on-day profit out of any method currently within Stardew Valley, assuming no glitches. And on-day profit essentially means that you can obtain the item and sell it on the exact same day instead of having to wait. For example, it is Tuesday the 2nd of fall in this game right now. We'll be able to get paid completely on this day instead of having to wait till Tuesday the 3rd. So it is a pretty nice money-making method for that. It is by no means the best money-making method in the game. It's just the best on-day profit. As far as the EXP rates and stuff like that, every single crab pot that you claim will give you 5 EXP regardless of what's in it. Even if there is trash in it, it will still give you 5 EXP per claim. From level 3 to 10, doing crab pots only, you will have to check 2,846 crab pots to get all the way to level 10. With a 500k starting gold, if you're waiting until a little bit later into the game before you really start getting into fishing, you can easily get it to level 10 in only 9 days of Stardew Valley. And if you were to really go crazy and go and spend 1.5 million essentially on just crab pots, you would be able to get it in as little as 3 days. So pretty interesting for that. As far as what we're kind of going to be needing to do as far as requirements for this, we will need the following things. Requirements: level 3 fishing. This allows you to actually use crab pots and the such. It also will allow you to start crafting them, though it is way more efficient to just buy them because it does cost quite a bit of resources, and even if you get the discount perk, it still costs quite a bit of resources as well, so you're better off for the most part just always buying them for the 1,500 gold. Linus, you will need to get up to 3 hearts. Linus can be found all the way at the top right here by the little tent. Generally around this little area up here. Whenever you're going to the mine, just talk to him and you will easily end up getting him as far up as you'll need. As far as why you need to get him to 3 hearts, this is to be able to get sashimi. The main reason you need sashimi is it is a 75 gold item that can be made from any fish. This is quite important to have, mainly because you will be able to increase the value of absolutely any fish that you ever end up obtaining, and you will be getting a lot of low value fish from doing the crab pot, so it is really nice to be able to increase their value. It will increase almost double your value on quite a few of the catches that you're going to be getting. As far as other requirements, you're just going to need to get fishing bait. The easiest way to get fishing bait, you can buy them for 5 GP each from Willy, but if you just go and head over to the mountainous area over here and just head up to the mines, you'll just need to have unlocked any okay-ish weapon. Doesn't even matter too much if it is a good weapon or not. But to switch between levels 5, 15, and 25, particularly 15 and 25 if you have them available, and just keep doing this and switch pretty much instantly to waste as little time as possible. And the second that you end up seeing any good drop, like right there was a star guy, I actually should have gone for him, but whenever you see a bug, just simply go and kill them, and then just keep repeating back and forth, and you'll end up getting plenty of bug meat this way. Those little flying things that are green die in one shot. These other ones will most likely die in a couple shots, the little white worms, but both of them have the chance of dropping bug meat, and you can easily obtain all your bug meat through doing this method. You just craft the bug meat into standard bait, and there you go, you have more bait. So as far that basically covers down all of the requirements then that you'll end up needing. So let's actually go and head over to the recommended stuff that you'll need. Level 10 fishing is definitely highly recommended. The main reason why you will end up needing this is for the 50% angler. You'll end up getting 25% if you get that perk, and then 50%. The reason why you go for the increased fish price sell instead of the other ones, it might seem a little bit weird since we're going to be doing all crab pots. Wouldn't it be better just going crab pot perks? it actually isn't. Both of the crab pot perks are not even worth it. And in the case of the one that does automatic bait, it even makes it harder to do them because you can't just hold a bait the entire time in order to put all your baits in. You'll end up picking them up occasionally, and it's just a whole hassle. So you're better off just going with the percent bonuses for fish selling. There isn't really much a need to go for the other ones. You will need 310 crab pots eventually. Of course, start with lower numbers. You can start with as many as you want and just do them at your farm. The best place to really start and do these as far as farm locations, if we go and head back to our farm real quick, all we'll have to do is do it in the little pond that we have all the way over to the right side over here. You can also still use your watering can in this area as well, but just something like this. Always make sure when you're doing crab pots that you hold down the right key button. This is really, really important, as you will automatically put the bait back into it. And I have it blocked, so you can't take those other two. It is possible to do 13. And as far as any of the trash that you get, you simply put them into the compactors, and then you end up getting all of them back on the following day. It only takes 1 hour, but generally it isn't worth waiting unless you happen to be planting stuff. But we'll go and throw in all of our trash. Only need a few compactors if you're just starting on your farm. 5 or 6 is actually quite plenty to be able to cover everything. And just for the sake, I don't want these getting into all of our profit, so just to get it for just the beach, I will go and put all that back in. Though I will go show the one crayfish, or actually just one of each, might as well. As far as most of these fish, you will end up transforming them into sashimi so that you will be able to sell them to Pierre. You cannot sell them to Pierre unless you do have it in this state. So do keep that in mind. We'll just go and store that away with the few little clams that we have sitting there. And let's just go eat our speed boost for today of the crab cakes and go head over to do the main method over at the beach then. So as far as the rest of the requirements, let's just go over those real quick. As far as the crab pots, you can fit 310 crab pots on the beach. This is the maximum you can possibly do from what I'm aware of without using glitches. As far as anything else, you'll just need a really large amount of fishing bait. It is also a good idea to have at least 100 recycling machines. You need about 130, almost towards 150 to be able to perpetually do it. But as you can see over here, we have our whole farm of them kind of just going. You'll also need the teleport to beach, which we just used, and a couple furnaces, preferably 5. So now that we've gone over all that, let's actually go over to our normal location where we would end up starting it, right over to the beach teleport. You can of course just walk here or use your horse to get here as well, but essentially you'll come in here. I set up a little bin right here, so in case I forget my bait for whatever reason, to have it. So that's the only reason I have that little box there. And yeah, you just go around and I'll just show all the locations for where you actually put these crab pots. Pretty self-explanatory though. You just put them at every single possible edge that you can do on the beach, and then just hold right click or whatever the put bait into thing is on your platform if you're playing on like PS4 or something. But just hold down whatever key that is and then just go around putting them the bait into all of them. You will occasionally miss 1 or 2 here or there. That's not really too big a deal. Generally, even though we have 310 of these set up, you're only ever going to really be covering about 300-ish, because you are likely going to misclick here or there, which isn't too big a deal. And as I said, it's not worth putting the auto bait perk on. It will actually make it harder to be able to do this, not easier, because you would end up picking up the traps constantly if you were to hold down the key the entire time, whereas if you do it this way, you will not actually do that. You'll just simply put the bait in and then just keep going, and you'll never actually accidentally pick up one of the crab pots from the ground. So it works out quite nice. And we do have to go all the way around. There is like 310 of them, so there are quite a few that we do need to go through on rotation. One of the reasons why we specifically do them on the beach, well, there's two reasons. One is the shop for Willie is right here. Of course, Willie is the guy who sells quite a bit of nice stuff for us. He sells bait if you don't want to have to go and kill it yourself, though it is much more cost efficient getting it yourself. And he also sells the crab pots for 1,500, which is where you are going to be buying all of your crab pots from. And we'll just continue over here. And sometimes he'll be blocking your way. Just keep walking into him and you'll be able to get over. There's our area for the thumbnail. I'll go show how to do that at the end of the video. It is possible to put several thousand on the beach if you were to use glitches, though it is not viable to actually do this method because the amount of time it would take to go out of bound to just do that many crab pots just isn't actually worth it, so you don't even need to bother. As far as some recycling items, I should probably go over that just a bit. As far as recycling items are concerned, trash is about the best thing you can really get as a recycled item. This is mainly because it becomes all of the items that you need to be able to become a recycler machine. So you may have been thinking earlier like 100 or 130 recycling machines may actually seem like a whole lot of recycling machines to have, but in reality it isn't too many recycling machines. The main reason for this is you end up getting all the supplies for a recycling machine from actually recycling all this stuff, because you get it all from the stone. There's also the chance that you would end up getting the coal, of course, from the driftwood and everything. But yeah, that is everything that you would end up getting, and I will go over all of the, I guess I could go over that now. The processing as far as what you turn them into. For processing, basically any of them that look like a shell other than the actual shell, the clam that is, you'll end up turning into sashimi and then selling straight to Pierre. The snail and crayfish you can either sell for Willy for slightly more profit. If you have any of the bonuses, it will sell, or 25% or more, it will sell for Willy for more money than it will if you turn it into sashimi to give to Pierre's general store. But the problem with this is all the areas where you would end up getting this are all the freshwater areas, meaning not the beach. So all these areas are a lot farther away from Willy's shop. So generally, it's just better to, especially if you don't have that many, just to transform it into sashimi and then be able to sell it to Pierre. Because if it's not turned into sashimi, you will not actually be able to sell it directly to him. You would have to do it to Willy. And vice versa. Once you turn it into sashimi, you will not be able to sell it to Willy, unfortunately. As far as everything else, the lobster, the little clams, and the shrimp you all sell to Willy, because it's not profitable to do it to sashimi, and the clam you cannot actually turn into sashimi, unfortunately. And as far as the crab, earlier on in the game, you would end up selling this to Willy, though it is also a good idea to turn them into crab cakes. Crab cakes are these items right here. The main reason for this is because they give you a speed bonus, the longest lasting speed bonus in the entire game. If we go and check our speed thing right now, it still lasts for another 13 minutes, which means another 13 hours. It essentially lasts for the entire Stardew Valley day, giving you a +1 speed bonus. It is the best speed increase item in the entire game. As of currently, so it is definitely a really good idea to have it. So as far as all of our trash, all we have to do now to go recycle it is put it on all of our slots, and there we go. I believe we have all the trash on our slots, and then simply just go and hold right click as you go through all of your machines, and then you'll end up not only similar to how you did with the how we just did the bait into all of the crab pots, we will be able to do the same into the recycling machine. Just hold the exact same button while you are doing your trash, and they will instantly go into the trash recycling machines. And you just repeat this for every single trash item you have. Did I forget one of them? I feel like I forgot one of them. No? No. No, we did not forget one of them. So just keep going with them. It doesn't really matter if we miss a machine. Sometimes you will end up having more than how many machines you have room for, which will happen quite often if you're doing only 100. I believe you need, like I mentioned earlier, 120 to actually do it properly. But any extras you can just store over in here. I still have a couple of extras from earlier. You can just spend it all in one day and then go and process them all out. And now it's time for us to go process our stuff. So first thing we'll need to do, or actually we have two different options. We can go and sell to Willy. So I think we will go and sell all of our stuff to Willy right now. And of course, I normally just leave all that in for the night as far as all those pots and everything. So we'll just leave those there. It does look like, because I was explaining everything, that we might not even be able to make the close time for Pier. Hopefully we'll be able to make it. I did track out the amount of money we had at the beginning of this video, so we will know for sure how much profit we actually end up making. For any of you that didn't see, it's at exactly 184,298. But let's go and sell the ones that we need to sell to him. So these will include the lobster, the shrimp, and I will sell the crabs. It's optional if you sell the crabs. You can use them for crab cakes instead, but for the sake of this video, I will sell them. Generally, when you're first starting out doing this, and for the most part, you would be selling a good majority of your crabs. Do save some of them for crab cakes, though. It's definitely a good idea, as they are good speed boosting items. And then we'll just go and sell out the clam, and then go process all of these into sashimi. And if you happen to have a home teleport, all you really need to do now is use your warp totem. Will take us back to our house, and we can go process all of the sashimi. Again, just to reiterate, make sure you do not actually have any fish in your fridge. If you have any fish in your fridge, it will end up getting used when you end up using sashimi. But all you have to do is just hold the same button we've been using the entire time. Just right click on PC just to make all of your fish that you still have left into sashimi. And now we go and head over to the shop. Oh, one thing I did forget to do, the iron ore. The reason why we have the furnaces there is to use the iron ore on it and to get more of the iron bars. You probably saw there that we had the iron bars processing. Forgot to do that, but it doesn't matter. You can just put them in your little chest wherever you happen to currently keep your stash of all of your ores. But let's go make it in time for the shop. So let's just go and head all the way over to Pier. Should be able to make it in time. We do have that +1 speed boost. Doesn't take too long to end up getting there, so I should be able to get it by our horse, or I should say our raptor. Kind of using a raptor right now. So let's go and head to there. Perfect timing, and still plenty of time to spare. And then you can just sell that. You can also sell the cloth that you end up getting as well. So all the sashimi there, and then all of the cloth. And this whole entire process, even though it was delayed a bit due to me explaining a bunch of different things, you can get it done as early as noon, even with the full 310. So you can then spend the rest of your day doing anything else. This day obviously went quite a bit later because I was trying to explain all the other little details, but you can do it as early as noon, maybe a little bit earlier than that. 1 p.m. is about the latest it's ever going to go, and that would be if you don't use like any teleports really at all. So we do now have 205,650 gold. If we go and take this from the amount that we had earlier, this will come out to exactly 21,352 gold. So, of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is by no means 21,352. That is by no means the absolute best money making in this game. There's ways to actually make over 1 million per day way later in the game. But with a couple different methods. But yeah, this is mainly just for the quickest on-day profit. As you can see, we got all of this. It is still the exact same day that it has been the entire time. It's still the Tuesday. So if we needed that little bit of money that we need maybe for some kind of upgrade, or if we just wanted to go buy more seeds, we would already been at Pierre's shop. We're already right here. Of course, he's now done because he just closed. But we could have done that to go get seeds if we needed on a specific day. We could do it if we need anything at the bar or anything like that. So, hey, we even got trash. But, yeah, that is pretty much everything you'll kind of need to know about crab pots. Really nice, efficient way to get that little bit of money. You do end up getting quite a bit of resources, even after the fact. If we just look at the things that we ended up claiming from the day, we ended up getting all of these. As far as what you use these for, of course, stone you'd use any for, or it's pretty straightforward as far as what you use the resources for. Torches you don't really need to use for anything. The iron coal you mainly just use to make more iron bars, and then the stone, and you basically just keep combining this into even more of the recycling machines. The recycling machine, of course, is made out of all those components. It takes wood, stone, and iron bar, all of which you end up accumulating, as you can see, stone, iron bar, and the wood. And as far as quartz, you can just either sell that or use it for decoration and stuff. Torches, similarly, they're not really worth that much. I think they're only like 5 gold each. So you can either use them for decoration or simply just sell the excess for a little bit of extra money. But yep, that's everything about crab pots. If you still have any questions about it, let me know. Though I do want to go and show the glitch real quick. So some of you may have been wondering how on earth we actually got over to the water. What you do is use a out of bounds glitch. What you do to get over here is hold down the, oops, I have the thing on right now, don't I? Because I end up clicking the one button, fail. The other button, but yep, because I keep clicking over to it, fail. But I did not go far enough because I have the hotkeys set on my numbers. But if we go over here and just hold down C, which is auto attack, and then hold click simultaneously and just point upwards, we will end up going out of bounds in a couple moments. This is best to use with the quickest speed item that you have, though this can also be used just with your standard scythe if you don't have other options. And we should be plenty far enough at this point. So let's just head over to the right. And we can also put a little bit more in that little area if we really wanted to by using this out of bounds. But of course, the main area is heading all the way down here. But yeah, as you can see, we are in the water right now. We do have the capability to put down crab pots as we wish anywhere in this area, which would end up giving us a lot of different crab pot locations. And of course, you would do them in 2x2 rows. How on earth are they standing on water? But, well, then again, how are we standing on water? But yeah, and that is how you get over here. And if you truly wanted to, you could fill literally this entire area with crab pots. That's not really viable to do, though, because it's the amount of time it would take to have to go over here. And the fact that 310 that you already do on the beach is kind of the perfect number because this, as I mentioned earlier, does go up until noon. But anyways, that will pretty much wrap it up for this video. If you have any other questions about it, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I've also started using, streaming this game again, and we'll probably be doing more video content in the future. So if you enjoy, definitely leave a like, subscribe if you want more, because we will definitely be covering quite a few odd things with Stardew Valley. So I figured I'd start with this. This is a pretty good method for people that don't like doing the traditional fishing methods in the game. You can actually, as I mentioned, go straight from 3 to 10 and kind of just be good to go from there, and then just have easier fishing for the rest of the time, because the lower levels of fishing, of course, are the hardest. Once you get higher up, it's actually relatively easy skill to end up training. But yeah, that'll wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.